then we will discuss it together on يعني I'll send you the marking scheme of it. طيب, let's go for the first question. First question, they are saying that 3 into 2 minus 4x is equal to 5 minus 8x over 3. They are asking us to make solving equation. Who can tell me what should be the first step? أعمل إيه في الأول؟ Expand. طب وليه? Why I couldn't يعني expand, it's not wrong. Okay, it's good. But also you can send the 3 into the other side. يعني you can make like cross multiplication. Once you have like anything with a fraction يا رحمة, خلاص directly I can make like cross multiply. It's fine whatever the method that you applied. I don't care. يعني it is not a matter. It's accepted. So I can take the 3 into this one. It will be 9 into 2 minus 4x. يعني just what I did. I took the 3 into the 3, it's 9. Into the bracket 2 minus 4x is equal to 5 minus 8x. After that, I will take the 9 into the bracket. So it's 18 minus 4 times 9, here 36x, equal 5 minus 8x. My mission at the moment, it's to collect all the numbers together, all the x's together, صح? فهو it's up to you. I can send this 8 into the other side. يعني I can send the negative x to the other side. The 18, I can send it to the right. So what we have 8x minus 36x is equal 5 minus 18. Are we in the same page يا عيال؟ ماشي حسن كده؟ يعني tell me بس هو I just took the 3. I did like a cross multiplication because they are two equal fractions. Once you have two equal fraction خلاص you can go for the cross multiplication. تمام؟ So I took the 3 into the bracket اهوت يا تميم. It becomes 9 into the 2 minus ال 4x. وبعدين this is equal to 5 minus ال 8x. طيب, what is my next step? I can go by here for it's 9 into the bracket, so I can make expand. If you did expand, then you multiply by 3, it's fine. يعني I don't have any problem for both. خلاص يعني dealing with the first method or the second, it's up to you. I don't have a problem. Because it's linear equation, please be careful about that. Omar, if it's linear equation, يعني ايه linear يا جماعة? What's the meaning of linear? The power of x is what? 1. ما هو we have linear equation and we have quadratic equation. It could happen يعني after the solving the equation, you might have the expression contains x power 2 or contain x to the power of 1. لو كانت contain x to the power of 2, يعني if it was a quadratic equation, collect the all of the equation in one side. انتوا حد فاهم حاجة؟ يعني let me say that I have this expression. It was x minus 5 over 7. يعني let's make this as a question number 2. طيب, but let's complete this one. 8 minus 36x, this will give me minus 28x is equal 5 minus 18, low equal negative 30. طيب, what I should do, I have to just divide by negative 28, so the answer will be 13 over 28, and you have to keep it as a fraction. خلاص ما فيهاش مشكلة. حولتها لديسيمال, it's fine, but it's most likely يعني you should keep it as a fraction. ما فيهاش مشكلة يعني it will not make a problem. Who did it and who did not, and what's the problem with this question? يا عيال مين اللي عنده مشكلة؟ Who has a problem with this one? يا حسن. حسن, في أي مشاكل في السؤال ده؟ طيب, let's try to do another one like it. يعني let me say it's x minus 5 over 7 plus خلينا نقول 3 over x is equal to 1 over 2. In this question, what is your mission? What's the mission in this question? Simplify مين؟ left side الأول. فاهمين حاجة؟ يعني I have to go for the simplification. Do you remember how to make a simplify? فاكرين ازاي نعمل common denominator. يعني my main objective is to have like a common denominator. معايا كده؟ يلا try to make the يعني the simplifying. بسرعة يا عيال, بسرعة عشان النهارده we need to solve as much as we can. ها؟ يلا. مددات. ها, حد وصل لحاجة؟ Who's the fastest person؟ ايه يا تيمو لسه؟ عدت أول سؤال خلاص ولا يبقى المشكلة خلصت المفروض. طيب طيب let's go. It's my first mission that I have the two denominator are not similar. So my duty is to make a common denominator يا حسن. معايا فيصل؟ يعني what I should do in this question that I have to make a common denominator on the left side because it's operation here. So for the operation, you should have like to what? If it's an operation, you have to simplify it. يعني in this question, I have to fraction. معايا يا أحمد؟ فإيه اللي المفروض إن أنا أعمله؟ I have to go into these two fraction and make a simplifying between them. طيب how to make a common denominator يا عيال؟ This is 7 and this is x. What is the least common multiple? 7x. ما هو because this is 7 and the other one is x, it's the easiest way to say I will multiply these two together. انتوا معايا كده؟ So it's x multiplied by 7, this will give me 7x in the denominator. وبعدين this x يا محمود will go into the bracket and the 7 again will go into the other bracket. Do we have a problem with this one? طيب هنا I get 7x and this x into the bracket, it will be, I can write it as x into x minus 5. وبعد كده هنا plus اها the same story يعني I did a common denominator. خليني اعملها كلها on one go عشان بس انت ما تتلخبطش. يبقى هي x into الكلام ده x into x minus 5 plus 7 multiplied by 3. 7 multiplied by 3 is equal to 21 over 7x. في اي مشكله في الموضوع ده يا جماعه؟ So I get it is equal to 1 over 2. Do we have a problem so far? طيب let's go. I need to expand يعني هنا x into the bracket. Who can tell me how to expand it? x squared minus 5x. برافو. هكمل ها. Over 7x equal 1 over 2. طيب what is my mission in this case? ما هو I have to fraction. يعني do we have any problem with the first step? طيب I did my first step. I have to go for the cross multiplication. 2 into the bracket يعني هنا 2 ده will go into the bracket and the 7x will go into the 1. يعني I have to go it by this way. So it's 2 into the bracket. It's 2 into x squared minus 5x plus 21 is equal 1 times the 7x, which I can write at 7x multiplied by 1 يعني اللي هي في النهاية تطلع لنا 7x. طيب let's go further. We need to expand. So it will be 2x squared minus 10x plus 42. Am I right? وهنا on the right side it's 7x multiplied by 1. It will be the 7x as it is, but I have to send it to the left side. هنا بقى why do I have to send it to the left side? It's a quadratic equation. What the meaning of a quadratic? يعني it's equation from the second degree, the highest power of the x to the power of 2. طيب if it's x to the power of 2, what we should do? We have to send that to the left side. انتوا معايا يا شباب؟ So I will send it to the left side يعني make it minus x equal كام? Equal 0. So in this equation I can keep it as 2x squared. هناك minus 10 و minus 7 together it will be minus 17x plus 42 is equal to 0. Now I have to or I should work on the factorization. صح كده؟ فهنا it's to work on the factorization of this question يعني to make the factorizing. Maybe I will not be able, I don't know if it's factorizable أصلا أو لا يعني. So in this case even it will not give like طيب خلاص يعني let's try because يعني just it's what I said. I have to collect it in one side because it's a quadratic equation. يعني there is a different I need because I found that from your answer in some question or some quizzes that you don't realize the difference between the linear يعني this one we call it linear, the other one we call it quadratic. طيب why we are calling this one as a quadratic? Because it's from the second degree. طب what about the first one? Why we call it linear? Because it's from the first degree. طب يعني ايه first degree و second degree? First degree means the power of the x is equal to 1. طيب second degree means the power of the x is equal to 2. So this is the difference. In the linear equation, I have to collect all the x in one side and the number in the other side. أمال في الكوادراتيك يا محمود في الكوادراتيك you have to collect it all in one side equated with 0. Once you put it is equal to 0 خلاص you can بقى factorize. You can work on the formula, algebraic formula. يعني for example, this question when we try to work on it, we did not get a real solution. خلاص it's fine. So there is no real solution. يعني هنا when I try to apply it on the on what in the quadratic formula اللي هي عارفين الquadratic formula minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. when we apply this one to find out the roots, we found out there is like a negative below the root. So we can say here, there is no real solution. وعادي بتحصل يعني it's يعني rarely to happen but it is happen. اتفقنا؟ يبقى ده كده اللي هو how to deal with the linear equation or the quadratic equation. طيب there is one part that I feel that you have a problem in which is how to make a common denominator. انتوا عندكم مشكلة في ان انت تعمل common denominator. يلا all of you please. If I have this question I need you to do it like let me say 5x over 3 خليك كده 5x minus 1 over 3 plus 2x plus 1 over 6 minus 5x plus 7 over خلينا نقول كام 10 ان شاء الله ما حد حوش. يلا يا عم. If I need you just to work on the simplify يا عيال just on the simplify. خلاص يعني just try كده to simplify. Who can help me to simplify this question or يعني to make common يعني what is my target in this question؟ ايه يا محمد المفروض ان نعمل ايه؟ كل لازم الدينومينيتور يكونوا زي بعض right؟ طيب how to make it؟ It is very important for you to check what is the least common multiple لان انت لو هتعمل 3 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 10 you will get the common denominator as 180. هو مش غلط يعني it is not wrong that you can multiply 3 يا رحمة by 6 by 10 you can do that خلاص but it's better to find the denominator which is suitable to the 3 without multiplying everything by each other. يعني for example I checked هنا مثلا مع نوران what she chooses a 30 as a common denominator between 3 6 and 10 what is the least common multiple 30 يعني هي she found that the least common multiple is 30. طب افرضي يا حلا ان انت عندك مشكله في الموضوع ده فقمت عملت 3 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 10 as a common denominator ما عنديش مشكله بس هنا you will make it like longer or you will make it bigger or you will make it not good enough لانك بعد كده حتى you have to go for simplifying فاهماني؟ طيب in this question what I have to do خلاص it's I will follow the method that Nuran is doing. She chooses between 3 and 6 and 10 to have the least common multiple. She chooses to have it as a 30. ليه؟ 3 6 انتوا معايا يا عيال؟ طيب if the 3 and the 6 both of them they are a multiple of each other خلاص ignore the small one يعني خلاص forget the 3 because whatever will be divisible by 6 it will be divisible as well by 3. معايا يا رحمة؟ يا حلا يعني العدد whatever I have 3 and I have 6 and I have 10. طيب what's the story? 3 includes in the 6 already right? خلاص ignore the 3 بقى ملهاش لازمة because any number will be divisible by 6 it will be divisible by 3. So I choose to cancel the 3. طب now I have 6 and 10. 6 and 10 what is يعني هنا the 3 it goes into the 6 خلاص so I have to cancel the 3 no way no need. طيب who can tell me 6 it's like 2 multiplied by 3 and the 10 it's like 2 multiplied by 5. If you remember how to take the least common multiple from the repeated you can take only one and the unrepeated you have to take it all so it's 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 and this will give me what 30 يبقى أنا I get the answer here as 30. انتوا معايا كده؟ So the answer which I get it was 30. طيب if I have the least common multiple at 30 as Nuran did she did all of this step mentally يعني just by seeing I have 6 I have 3 I have 10 so I can ask myself what is the number which is divisible by the 3 of them. الناس اللي بتفكر she can apply it she can find it so I get the number at 30. طيب in this case what should I do to the 3 to make it 30? So I have to multiply by up and طب for the 6 what I have to do? Up and down. هنا for the 10 up and down. طيب let's go back farther يعني خلاص we agreed that we will make a common denominator as the 30 which is the number which is divisible by the 3 of them. اتفقنا؟ وبعدين هنا I have to make my common denominator at 30. يلا let's try بقى to write what is the outcome. هنا 10 into the expression يا عيال ده هيكون مديني كام؟ 50x minus 10 وبعدين plus ما عنديش فيها مشاكل 10x plus 5. Do we have a problem? طب هنا في ال last part there is a minus. I have to be careful. أعمل bracket. So it's minus 3 into the 5x will give me plus 21. تمام. طيب I have to go one step further. 50x. Did I make a record or not? لا هعمل record. اوكي. طيب يبقى انا عندي هنا 50x minus 10x او minus 10 بس وبعد كده plus 10x plus 5 وminus 15x minus 21 over كام بقى؟ over 30. يلا let's go for simplifying. 50x plus 10x together will be 60x minus 15 هتطلع كام دي؟ 45 صح؟ So it's 45x. طيب I have after that negative 10 plus 5 this will give me negative 5. Negative 5 مع negative 21 this will give me negative 26 totally over cam 30. By this way I did my part about the simplify. Do you have a problem with the simplification يعني؟ خلاص كده يعني هنا بس طبعا I can take it to the next level يعني I can ask you to simplify this expression and I can give it to you as equal مثلا يعني just I can add the relation of equal and put another fraction on the other side. So once you will finish the simplifying on the left there is another fraction on the right, so after that you can go for the cross multiplication. اتفقنا كده؟ This is what we have to do regarding to the fraction if I have any fraction and I need to simplify it. طيب, let's go to the next part. Okay, the second question that we can simplify first, it's question number 5 here. يعني خلينا ناخد السؤال ده كده يعني question 3. Let's say what you were able to do here 3x into a bracket 2x minus 5 all power 2 وبعدين minus 3x minus 5 all part. Who did it? يعني who was able to do this question? Hisham, tell me what was the steps that you applied? I have to leave the 3x as it is, right? ما هو I will not touch the 3x at the beginning. معايا يا حلا؟ وبعدين 2x minus 5 all power 2 this I have to expand it. Who can give me mentally what's the expression or what is the product of this expression? اللي هو 4x squared يعني جدع يا ولد يعني هنا الفكره الاساسيه ايه I have to take the first one squared and then first times second times 2 مش كده first times second times 2 اللي هي 2x multiplied مع negative 5 اللي هي negative 10 times 2 اللي هي equal negative 20x وبعد كده plus 25. محمود البيزكس دول يا محمود اللي انت بتحس دايما وخلي بالكم عشان القصه دي it's a common. The people when they are dealing with the basic algebra, this is we call it as a basic algebra. You have a problem with the basic algebra, Mahmoud. When you look to it, you can say it is so easy. But while you are doing, you are making mistake because you are not practicing on them. The main point here, it's for practicing. 2x minus 5 all power 2, I get 4x squared. I get the 25 first times second times 2. I get the middle, which is negative 20x. Minus. I have to protect myself because it's minus. مش كده يا حلا؟ مش كده يا رحمة؟ So what I should do? حد يكمل معايا كده؟ The first square I have to apply the same برضه will be 9x squared. وبعد كده first times second times 2 here multiply first times second times 2. So it's negative 15 times 2 it will give me negative 30x وبعد كده plus 25. طيب let's go. Now I have to make expand in this part. معايا يا عمر؟ عمر انت جبت لي التوبكس اللي هي فيها مشاكل بالنسبه لك ولا لا؟ percentages اوكي. طيب 3x تعالى نعمل لها ملتبلاي مع الاكسبريشن 3x يلا ندخل على الاكسبريشن ده هيطلع معايا الانسر بيساوي كام؟ يلا عيال كده 12x power 3 minus 60x squared plus 75x. ماشي عادي I don't care. ما هو I just made the expand for the bracket يا هشام. After that, I went on the 3x and to make the expand of the expression on the other side. طيب minus comes before the bracket يا عيال. What should happen? لازم انتوا هو الناس قاعده كئيبه لما تتكلموا يا جدعان مالكم في ايه؟ خير اللهم اجعله خير. يعني please answer. يلا نيجاتيف دخلت على البراكت. What should happen? Minus 9x squared. مين اللي بعده؟ plus 30x من اللي بعدها minus 25. يلا let's go for the simplify. I have 12x squared 12x power 3 minus 60x plus minus 60x squared وبعدين minus 9 فيقوم يطلع لك minus 69x squared وبعدين I have here positive 75 مع positive 30 اللي هم هيطلعوا لنا positive 105x بعدين I have the last one which is the negative 25. خلاص this is the expression. Are we clear on that؟ معايا حسن؟ هو مسألة تحس إن هي خناقة يعني تحس إن هو بيتخانق معاك بس it's okay يعني workable يعني مش حاجة صعبة. All of these stuff they are just a basic algebra. كل اللي احنا بنحكي عنه ده basic algebra. How to deal with a fraction, how to add the fraction, how to solve the equation, whatever the equation, if it's quadratic or it's linear, it's fine. All of these ones we call it as the basic اللي هو يعني الحاجات الأساسية حسن اللي هي how to deal with it. طيب, let's go for a question which is related to the powers. كان في سؤال there is a question that you had in the last quiz in quiz number 5. Do you remember the quiz that we did it؟ مش في سؤال اللي هو بتاعت quiz 5 دي احنا كنا عاملينها سوا؟ فحد فاكر المسألة اللي هي كانت خناقة كده برضو يعني كانت مسألة ليها علاقة بالباورز حد راجعها تاني did you revise it again ولا لا؟ ما عملتيهاش؟ يا بنت لا انا you revise some not all يعني. طيب معاكي الورقة ده كده يعني دي اللي هو بتاع الباور كانت في مسألة في الامتحان كده كانت آخر مسألة وآخر مسألتين. طب اللي قبلها كانت indices باور حاجة ليها علاقة بالباور. طب خلينا الأول نعمل دي وبعدين هبقى أرجع تاني على الاندسز يعني أو خليني أكمل خليني أكمل ده. لقيت الورقة؟ طيب خلينا أكمل معاكم كده يعني في مسألة لو كانت سيميليتينيس يعني خلينا نفتكر مع بعض كده أهو كان في عندكم 2 سيميليتينيس ايكويشن والناس برضو كانوا عاكين فيها ومعاك السنين بصراحة. أهو يعني في واحدة هنا السيميليتينيوس فين السيميليتينيوس؟ لا السيميليتينيوس العاديه كانت في مسألة اهي يعني معلش يا عيال والنبي كده all of you please try to do this question again يلا do it يعني انا كان بيقول لي 7x plus 3y equal 3 وبعد كده 3x minus y equal 7 وانا عايزك تعمل solve اهو انا بس بتكمله يعني انه we are talking about the equation or we are talking about يعني solving equation in general يعني ما انت عندك expand عندك solving equation عندك اللي هم two simultaneous linear واثنين simultaneous واحده linear والثانيه quadratic. يلا try to answer this question again كده. who did it؟ حد حل المساله؟ ابو علي ركز فيها شويه انا ابو علي كده. هتعملي ايه؟ ليه هتعملي ماينس؟ ما تركزي يا بنت ليه اعمل ماينس؟ هو انا ايه التارجت اللي عندي يا نوران؟ إيه التارجت اللي معايا؟ ايوه لان هم ما هو انت لازم تسالي نفسك السؤال ده قبل ما تشتغلي على المساله هو انا اعمل بلس ولا ماينس؟ طب انا على اساس ايه بعمل البلس وعلى اساس ايه بعمل الماينس؟ انت فاهمه؟ طيب who did that؟ طيب who can tell me what is the first step؟ ابو علي تعرف تقول لي ايه اول خطوه المفروض ان انا اعملها؟ ها باي 3 واللي فوق مش هعمل لها حاجه صح؟ يعني هعمل لها multiply by 1 يعني or I have to keep it as it is. طيب once ان انا عملت الكلام دوت who can tell me هنا the first equation multiplied by 1 this will give me 7x plus 3y equal 3 والثانيه هنا I just multiply by 3 and I get 9x minus 3y equal 21. طيب برضو من الحاجات العجيبه اللي كانت بتحصل معايا في حل الامتحانات دي الاقي واحد مثلا when he's doing like 3 multiplied by 3 gives me the answer as 6 multiply the y and forget to multiply the x يعني اللي هي الحاجات اللي هي اللي makes problem يا فيصل خلاص يعني واحد بيعمل multiply مع حته ويقوم يسيب لك الحته الثانيه يعني. طيب I did the first equation multiplied by 1 the second equation multiplied by 2 طيب after that what I have to do ها يلا what I should do هنا ان انا المفترض ان انا هعمل هنا adding. طب ايه اللي هيخليني ان انا اعمل adding؟ عشان انت في عندك واحده بالبلس اصلا والثانيه مالها ماينس. فلما يكون عندنا واحده بلس وعندنا الثانيه ماينس، يعني لما بتكون واحده بالبلس والثانيه بالماينس، ايه اللي بيجرى؟ لما بتيجي تعمل لهم يا هشام when we are adding the two equation يا محمود، خلاص the coefficient will cancel، يعني the term will cancel will disappear. يعني هنا the x will be collected together, the y will be cancelled together. فهنا 7x plus 9x يا شباب what's the answer؟ ودول هنا اللي هم الاذر بارت حصل لهم ايه؟ canceling اهو، عشان دول هنا الاثنين similar with opposite side، والاذر side هنا اللي هي عباره عن 24. طيب what is my story or how to continue؟ I'll divide by 16 اللي هي كانت 1.5. طيب after we get the value of x يا شباب what we have to do؟ I have to go and make a replacement بقى. يعني هنا I have to go in any equation and make a kind of a replacement. يعني هنا where اهوت 7x plus 3y equal 3. So I can make a replacement that x is equal to 1.5. So it's 7 into 1.5 plus 3y equal 3. يعني هنا I think دي كانت كام دي 10.5 plus 3y equal 3. I'll send the 10.5 into the other side. يبقى 3y هنا minus 10.5 اهو minus 10.5 هناك، يطلع لنا نيجاتيف 7 صح؟ 7.5. وبعدين هيبقى الواي لوحدها عباره عن النيجاتيف 2.5 لما احنا عملنا ديفايد باي 3. طيب برضو هنا كتير يعني many of the students when you have like a two simultaneous equation يا شباب خلاص what you are doing you are just making مثلا finding the value of x وخلاص بتignore بقى الفاليو بتاعت الواي. يعني كانك يا محمود بتقول له ايه انا عملت اللي اقدر عليه، انت بقى ايه عيش حياتك في الباقي. يعني طبعا مش هيدي لك الدرجه، هيدي لك درجه واحده من 3 4 درجات، فحرام مساله زي كده تبقى سهله. اتفقنا؟ طيب ده لو كانوا linear. طب sometimes it will be linear and quadratic. يعني مثلا خلينا نعمل ده solve رقم 1. خلينا نجو هنا مثلا number 2. If I said for example that y is equal to x اهو، يعني y مثلا هنا equal to x minus 1، وبعد كده x squared plus y squared is equal to خلينا نقول كام 9. اتفقنا؟ معايا كده؟ او x squared plus y squared is equal to 9 وعندك الواي بتساوي 2x minus 1. اوكي وبعدين بقول لك يلا تعالوا نحل الاثنين دول مع بعض. خليني استنى بس عشان اتاكد من حاجه قبل ما ايه قبل ما تحلوا، عشان مش كل مره تطلعوا المساله غلط. يعني عشان المساله يطلع لها حلول بس. هي هنا هيطلع لها ان شاء الله، بس خلينا نرسمها. هنا x سكوير اهو بلس y سكوير equal 9. بعدين الثانيه اللي هي y equal 2x minus 1. هي ليها حلين مش مشكله بقى، الحلين هيطلعوا في منهم هيطلع هول نمبر تاني، لا الاثنين طالعين ديسيمال مش مشكله. يلا you can do it، يعني the calculator will give you the answer. يلا go ahead، يلا answer this question. I have a one linear equation بعدين عندنا the other one which is a quadratic equation. يلا شباب let's try to answer this question. برضو كانت في سؤال هنا كان على الكوادراتيك equation في الامتحان عندكم، كانت حلوه يعني. There was like a good question on the quadratic. يلا try to do this one. Hurry up, hurry up. Done. ها طيب who can tell me what should I do in what's the first step هنا؟ ايه اول حاجه المفترض ان انا اعملها؟ هريبليس ال y into the equation صح كده؟ طيب يعني هنا I have to use the y into the equation. طيب what will happen again اهو by substituting equation number 1 into equation number 2 what will happen هنا x squared plus y I have to remove the y and replace it by 2x minus 1 all of power 2 انتوا معايا كده ما هو I replace the y by 2x minus 1 معايا كده يا حلا طيب الكلام دوت is equal to كام 9 يلا let's continue بقى هنا x squared I have to keep it وبعد كده 2x minus 1 all of power 2 what will happen ها ايه اللي هيحصل معايا هنا حد يعمل لي الاكسباند يا عيال كده يطلع لي الانسر هنا بتساوي كام 4x squared صح ها وبعدين كده كده خلاص اهو 2x minus هيبقى minus 4x صح كده بلس 1 وبعدين equal 9 انا هعمل اخليها minus كام minus 9 انتوا معايا كده so once I get it I made it as equal to 0 يعني all what I did I just get the expansion of the bracket this will give me 3 يا حوده هيطلع لك كام ترم يا محمود 3 terms ها يعني انت عندك expression بتعمله الاكسباند بيطلع لك 3 term انت معايا ولا لا طيب so what I have to do I have to just start to collect the like terms يلا هنا x squared مع ال 4x squared ده مع بعض هيطلع لي كام 5x squared minus 4x minus 8 is equal to كام to 0 in this question there is no two number that the product is 40 and the difference is 4 so I have to go by using the formula فاكرين الفورمولا اللي هي يعني عندك A بتساوي 5 B is equal to negative 4 C is equal to negative 8 and once you have these values of A and B and C you have to go and you have to make like the expression مش كده يا هشام so who gets the values of X عيال by using the formula minus B plus or minus B squared minus 4AC over 2A so we can find out that X1 equal with X2 equal ها مين اللي طلع لنا الانسر 1 point 0.92 طيب دول التو فاليوز بتاعت الاكسات الاثنين بالبوزيتيف مين اللي بالنيجاتيف ده اللي بالنيجاتيف صح so I get two values x1 is equal 1.72 والثانيه طبعا you can do it يعني by using a and b and c you can use the formula you can use mode 5 3 it's fine just you have to show me that you get two values for x طيب after we get the two values for x يا عيال what should we do فين بقى اللي هي بتاعت الواي يعني هنا to find out the y خلاص I have to go for where ان ال y كانت عبارة عن 2x minus 1 okay so I have to go and make a replacement يلا يبقى هنا اهو I will remove the y and I will replace it by x so what will happen هنا y1 will be 2x يعني هنا 2 into 1.72 am I right I can minus 1 this will give me an answer which is 3.4 طب بس ازاي كده يا ولا 3.44 بقى مثلا يعني الانسر الفاينل تطلع كام اوكي والناحيه الثانيه عشان نجيب بقى الواي 2 اوعى تنسى والنبي حكايه الواي 2 ده يبقى 2 تايمز نيجاتيف 0.92 اها ماينس 1 فيقوم يطلع معاك الانسر بيساوي كام نيجاتيف 2.84 اوكي يبقى ده كده اللي هم التو فاليوز بتوعنا او اللي هم التو انسر اللي عندنا في اي مشكله يا جماعه في الكلام ده يبقى بس خلينا ان احنا نبقى مركزين في عندنا لينير ايكويشن وفي عندنا كوادراتيك ايكويشن تاني هو الالجبرا كلها وات از ذا الجبرا ايه هي الالجبرا most of the algebra it start by simplify factorize simplify operation add and subtract solving equation بقى تبدا معاك linear equation quadratic equation after the quadratic equation what do we have after the quadratic equation the simultaneous equation linear quadratic بعدين what else solving inequalities inequality في منهم they are two types of doing the inequality which are linear and quadratic show me one of the linear first يلا all of you please I need you to answer this question يلا solve يلا يا عيال يلا بسرعه والنبي اهو 2x او اهو خليها 5 minus 2x smaller than or equal 5 minus 2x smaller than or equal to 1 دي واحده وادي الثانيه. ده linear، احنا بنتكلم دلوقتي كده على linear. 2x minus 5 greater than or equal 1. ده خلينا minus 1 و smaller than or equal to 7. يلا يا شباب، يلا try to answer this question. ده الاقي كده 1 2 اهو. بعدين ادي عندك الايكويشن اللي هي الانيكواليتي الثالثه، ده احنا جبناها لك هنا اللي هو x squared minus 2x smaller than or equal to 48. يلا we have 3 inequalities. يلا go ahead do it. done. هو الناس بطيئه ليه كده؟ انتوا بطأ عليه كده؟ شدوا حيلكم يا جدعان بسرعه والنبي. طيب for the first one who can tell me what is the first step؟ يلا يا شباب اعمل ايه الاول؟ نفس فكره الايكويشن، يعني it's the same idea like the equation يا احمد that while it's a linear so the x will be in a side and the numbers will be in another side. Am I right? So what I have to do, I will send the 5 into the other side. معايا يا حلا؟ So it's negative 2x smaller than or equal 1 minus 5. So negative 2x smaller than negative 4. Who can tell me what should I do? اعمل ايه يعني؟ divide by كام؟ by 2 ولا by negative 2؟ نيجاتيف. ما تيجي نخلص من النيجاتيف بالمره، يعني انت مش عندك يا نيجاتيف 2؟ يلا let's do it divide by negative 2. طيب if I will divide by negative 2 what will happen؟ هنا x وهنا برافو عليك يا فيصل صح. الساين بتاعتنا يعني once we are dividing or multiplying by a negative the inequality should change. عارفين اللعبه دي ولا لا؟ يعني حلا انا لو عندي بعمل divide او multiply by any negative value I have to change the sign. انتوا فاهميني؟ So it's x greater than or equal negative 4 divided by negative 2 and this will give me what؟ Positive 2. So I get the answer as x greater than or equal to 2. انتوا فاهمين يا جماعه اللعبه دي؟ طيب في مشكله في الموضوع ده؟ انت مالك يا بنت فيكي ايه؟ سرحانه ليه كده النهارده؟ حاسس صعب ولا ايه؟ عادي. وبدلت ال 2 اكس هناك ماشي. هيبقى 5 ناقص الواحد هتطلع باربعه. بصي هتلاقيها طلعت كده، يعني لو افترضنا ان انت اديت الواحد وطلعتي الاثنين اكس هيبقى 5 minus 1 equal 4، وهناك هتبقى العلاقه هنا ان دوت هيبقى عباره عن 2 اكس. لما تعملي ديفايد باي 2 هيبقى هنا اكس وهناك هنا ال 2، تبقى اكس greater than or equal to 2. وتمشي. ما هي ما هو بصي it's x greater than 2 I can read it as 2 smaller than x. It's the same. يعني ال inequality we can read it from left to right or from right to left. فاهماني؟ يعني هنا x greater than or equal to 2 وممكن ان انا اقراها بالعكس اقول 2 smaller than or equal to x. فهمت القصه؟ يس. ما فهمتش حاجه. يعني بس السنة اللي انا بديت 1 minus 5 اما نيجاتيف 4 over نيجاتيف 2. كويس. كويس. غلط. ما دي غلط بقى. انت هنا لازم لما بتعمل ديفايد باي نيجاتيف يو هاف تو تشينج ذا ساين. ما احنا يا احمد قبل كده قلنا لو انا قلت 5 greater than 1 ولو انا قلت نيجاتيف 5 ونيجاتيف 1 which is bigger؟ بس كده. انا I'm missing رهب بصراحه، يعني هي اللي كانت بتعمل صوت وبتعمل دوشه في الحصه، انا مش عارف مالكم. So I have this equation خلاص done. طيب question number 2. هناك 2x minus 5 greater than negative 1 و smaller than or equal to 7. What should I do يا هشام؟ هشام what should I do in this question؟ in this is the inequality has like two sides. بنسميها احنا we call it as two sides inequality. So what we should do؟ ها I have to cancel the 5 اللي هي minus 5 دي I have to put it as plus 5 in the three sides. Are we clear on that؟ يعني اللي انا هعملها ان انا احط البلس 5 معاهم هم الثلاثه، انتوا معايا ولا لا؟ يا عيال ما تردوا عليا، مالكم فيكوا ايه؟ فيصل صباح الخير، ماشي الحال ولا ايه؟ طيب I added the positive 5 in all. هنا I get 2x greater than 1 negative أو negative 1 مع ال 5 this will give me 4. In the other hand this will give me 12. طيب what should I do? Divide by كام؟ by 2 أهو هعمل divide by 2. So what will happen؟ هنا x greater than 2 smaller than or equal to 6. طيب let's try it. يعني these are the answers. Even some people can represent it on the number line. يعني I can start from the 2 to the 6. In the 6 I have to make it shaded. بعدين I will make like shade the place between 2 and 6. نعم. If they ask, ما هم most likely they will ask you. If they will give you inequality, they will ask you to represent it on the number line. قول. خد في دماغك. طيب تبقى اقوى يعني. ماشي. هنا for the next or for the third question who can do it؟ يلا يا شباب قول يا حلا، هعمل ايه؟ خد. يلا ها. x squared minus 2x smaller than or equal to 48. What should I do؟ قولوا لي اعمل ايه؟ ال 48 لازم تروح فين؟ انت هتعمل ايه؟ ما هم موجود، ما هو يا محمد هم كلهم اكس سكويرد ناقص الاثنين اكس موجوده في وان سايد. يبقى ايه اللي المفروض ان انا اعمله؟ بس هي طالما ان هي فيها كوادراتيك، يعني where it's a quadratic equation everything should be in one side. انت معايا؟ So if it's quadratic, the difference between the linear and the quadratic. Linear يا حسن that x will be in a side and the number will be in the other side. طب لو احنا بنتكلم بقى if we are talking about a quadratic equation كله لازم يبقى in a side and the other side it should has like 0. خلاص. There is nothing on the right side, for example. So what I did, I just took the 48 into the other side. So I have x squared minus 2x minus 48 is smaller than or equal to 0. How I should answer this question شباب؟ ايه اللي احنا بنعمله؟ You have to say let x squared minus 2x minus 48 is equal to 0. طيب once you have this equation خلاص you can simplify. هنا x squared x and x. Two number the product is 48 and هنا minus 8 to plus 6. So you can get the answer as x equal to 6 or x equal to negative 6. طيب ده كده if it's equation. ما we said it's let. انتوا معايا ولا لا؟ دي 8 دي كانت minus 8 هي minus 8 to plus 6 فهنا هيطلع البوزيتيف 8 والنيجاتيف هتطلع نيجاتيف 6. طيب how to represent بقى؟ ما هو الانيكواليتي you cannot leave it without putting a solution set. هنا you should put it on a number line يا نوران. يعني ده لازم يروح على number line. فاهماني؟ طيب how to put it on the number line؟ I have a number line like that. خلاص. وبعدين what I have like the two numbers اللي هم هنا negative 6 and 8. Just put it there and here. If the relation contains smaller than there is equal يعني I have to make a shade because of the equal. And if the relation is smaller than I have to choose the lies between. If it's greater حد فاكر معايا يا جماعة؟ If it was greater هشام what are you doing؟ There is a mobile in your hand or something؟ لا. طيب so I get the two answer as negative 8 negative 6 and 8. I just identified the two answer يا أحمد and I joined between them so I get the answer which is included between them. أنت معايا كده؟ So what we can say in this case I can say that x is greater than or equal smaller than or equal to 8. قول يا محمود يا رب يطلع سؤال في الدرس. افتحه؟ افتح التكييف يا جماعه؟ انا حاسس ان انتوا هتناموا مني بقى. طيب again. So what happened? We have x squared minus 2x smaller than or equal to 48. So what we did, we just send the 48 into the other side. X squared minus 2x minus 48 is smaller than or equal to 0. You have to take the equation and you have to work on it. It's like a two bracket يعني. And this two bracket you have just to factorize it. You get the two answer. If the relation is smaller يا عيال so it's included. If it's greater it will be outed. Do we have a problem with this one? طيب this كده I'm just trying to cover most of the algebra. يلا let's go for the indices. index or the rule of the indices here. يلا يا شباب. In this question 4 or the other question, who did this question? X power half into x to the power of 2/5. بعدين down we have x itself. Welcome, miss. So x power half multiplied by x to the power of 2/5 over x equal x to the power of n. And they are asking to find n. يلا. Who did it? Who was able to do this question? Hisham, did you make it? Okay, show me. It's easy, I think, right? Who can tell me what will be the solution for this question? تميم، ها. تميم، انا عايزك تستعيد قدراتك كده ولياقتك البدنيه، عايزك ترجع للملاعب تاني يا تميم، ها. يعني لازم الابيليتيز ترجع مره تانيه. وات شود اي دو يا عيال؟ محمود، انت عارف انا اعمل ايه انا محمود ولا لا؟ حوده، انت مخاصمني يا محمود؟ طب ما بتتكلمش ليه يا محمود؟ x باور هاف و x باور 2 fifth over x to the power 1. What I have to do, what we should do, I will keep the x مش كده؟ وبعدين for the denominator I have to add for the denominator. So it's half plus 2/5 minus 1 مش كده؟ معايا نوران؟ ما هو I have to add the denominator وبعدين subtract from the this is equal to x power m. طيب let's continue. ها what should happen؟ هنا x half plus 2/5 ده كده هيطلع لنا كام؟ 9 over 10 minus 1 negative 1 over 10. هو انا اقدر اعملها على الكالكوليتر؟ اه تقدر، ما عندكش مشكله يعني هنا it's fine. So I did this expression all of it as negative 1 over 10. This is equal to x over power n. So what's the value of n? Negative 1 over 10. بس خلاص. عادي ما يجراش حاجه. طيب the question which came like it يعني in the previous exam. The question was, do you remember how we did this question يا عيال؟ 18 into root 27 يا ساتر يا ساتر to the power of يا لهوي يما. انت هي دي ورقتك؟ اللي معايا دي ورقتك؟ لا مش كامله. over 6 into 9 to the power of 2n plus 8. This is equal to 3 to the power of x. وبعدين راح قام قايل لي ايه بقى؟ قايل لي express x in terms of n. يعني هنا express x in terms of n. تاني it's there is one thing it's very important يا احمد والنبي معلش wake up. معلش الله يبارك لك يا احمد. There is one thing it's so important in this type of question. You have to try it yourself first. All of you please try it yourself. معلش حاول ان انت تعملها مره تانيه كده. Try to do this question in your own. المساله كان فيها مشكله اللي هي بتاعت الاندكس اللي فاتت دي اد وسبتراكت صح؟ بتعملي بس اد للفور بتعملي الماينس من اللي تحت. فهو هيبقى هاف بلس انت ضربتيهم باين صح؟ هم لا انت وانس ان انت عندك هنا ملتبلاي بتعملي اد للباور مش بتعملي لنا ملتبلاي. يلا express x in terms of m. مالك يا بت في ايه؟ طيب خلينا نروح نشوف what is the strategy that if you have or if you get a question like this one يا حسن تحس ان هو خناقه يا حسن صح؟ يعني تحس ان هو يعني المساله كلها ضرب ما فيش شتيمه حتى. يعني بيستهبلوا يعني لما بيحطوا امتحانات بالمنظر ده يعني بيبقى حاجه وكل سنه يجيبوها والسنه دي جايبينها اخر سؤال في الامتحان. يعني last question in the exam it was identically like this one. بس لونجر بقى كمان وكان بيوصلك للكوادراتيك ايكويشن ومن الكوادراتيك ايكويشن يو هاف تو ترانسليت بقى. يعني بص كان سؤال عسل السنين يعني.
طيب والله انا كان خناقه انا بحس ان هم بيتخانقوا معاكم، وربنا في الاكسل بحس ان هم بيتخانقوا معاكم. يعني انا يعني جديا بدات افكر ان انا انقل الماث من اكسل للكامبريدج بصراحه. اكسل بقوا قلالات الادب بقوا بيعملوا حركات غريبه في الامتحانات. والله ده جايبين حته مساله اوريها لكم دلوقتي على السيكونس. يعني بصراحه هتشوفوا الدلع ده. شايفين المساله دي؟ انتوا معايا؟ What is the main way to answer the question? How to go through it? First of all, you should have like anything unconnected with the power. If I can get rid of it, go ahead. يعني for example, I can see there is 18 and 6. So these two. يا حودة فوق معايا يا حودة والنبي شو. يلا. هو انتوا المشكله ان انتوا يوم الاربعاء، وانا عارف ان هو يعني end of the week والدنيا تبقى صعبه شويه. عشان كده we have or you should be aware that you should attend as well on Sunday. طيب هنا 6 divided by يعني divide هنا فيها 6 واحد فيها هنا 3. So I can get rid of the 18 and 6. يلا كده على الماشي يعني. Okay. طيب what else? There is still a problem, or I have two problems in fact. The first problem, بصوا يا عيال. there is like a logic. While يعني one of the main purpose that you are studying math, it's to show you how to deal with problems. اللي هي problem solving in general في حياتنا. It is not necessary. يعني the common question from all of you when you were in year 7 or 8, why are we studying math? Okay, يعني this question, it's the common question for all the students. Mr. Why are we studying math? يعني انتوا ليه بتخنقونا يعني studying math, it's not about the numbers and the powers or the symbols, all of this stuff. It's about brain. As you are making a practicing for your muscle, for your body, for your everything, you have to do it as well for your brain. This is the mathematics, it's the training for brains. مش لا والله فرقه. I'll tell you one thing. It's if I have like بص I'll tell you يعني for example one is involved in a big problem in his life. يعني social life, normal life. وعنده مشكله كبيره جدا. الماث بيقول لك وانت في المشكله دي you have to focus on making a separate for the areas which makes a problem. يعني let me say I have a fight with 3 people. ما اروحش اتخانق مع ال3 افراد في مره واحده. اوكي يا عم انا بتكلم مشاكل، مش مشاكل خناقاتك مش في غابه يعني. في مشاكل ما بينك وما بين 3 اشخاص. اوكي المشاكل دي مشاكل فلوس، مشاكل شغل، اي حاجه يعني، مش هنضرب بعض. فالمهم يعني انت الفيرست ستيب what you have to do, you have to go first to sort one area, then go to second area, and always you have to start from the near problem. يعني as much as near. يعني بص يقول لك ايه try to sort the problem from inside to outside. فاهم الكونسبت ده؟ يعني ما بقاش انا عندي مشكله مع مجموعه والمفروض ان انا لما ببدا احل المشكله بحلها من النطاق الاقرب ليا، يعني اللي هي my first contact. وبعدين after that I have to go to the next level, third level and so on. Don't look at the question from above. يعني ما تقوليش السؤال it's complicated question. I cannot say that. Let's make the question يا عيال. يعني مثلا when I looked into this question I feel like there are like two great issues. One of them يعني في 2 ولاد 60 في 90 بصراحه. يعني ادي ده واحد داهيه سودة موجوده عندي، مش كده يا رحمه؟ وادي التاني اهو، التاني ده اللي هو الاذر بارت ده اهو، برضه ده مشكله كبيره جدا. يعني انا عندي I have two problems in this question. معايا يا حسن؟ What should I do يا حسن؟ I have to go for the first part يا عيال. My first part I have to start on it. يعني for example root 27 all of power 4n plus 6. طيب what is your opinion if we are trying okay to sort this problem first؟ يعني سيبك من المساله خالص. Don't look to the question at all. انتوا فاهمين يا عيال؟ يعني تاني again the logic related to the math, try to make it as partial. يعني try to make it as small parts. If it's big problem, try to break it into many small problems. and deal with each of the small problem individually. فاهمين حاجه يا عمر؟ ها؟ يعني انا دلوقتي معايا المشكله وانا شايف بقى في عندي كارثتين دلوقتي. انا كان معايا 18 و6 دي ار ايزي no problem يعني it's easy مش كده تمام؟ طيب I have here a problem which is the root 27 to the power of 4n plus 6 وبعدين عندي 9 to the power of 2n plus 8. I have two problems. We have two problems in this question. طيب what should we do؟ ايه المين ستوري بالنسبه لي هنا؟ What's the main problem؟ I have to deal with one by one. انا هعمل هنا دلوقتي كده يا نوران اللي هو السكوير روت بتاعت 27 all of power 4n plus 6 ده. تعالي نروح نشوف if we simplify this part how it will be. First of all, you know that square root of a who can translate it يا عيال for me. What's the meaning of the square root of a؟ حد يرد عليا والنبي. هتبقى ال a to the power of كام؟ 1 over 2 صح ولا انا غلطان؟ مش احنا لما يبقى عندنا سكوير روت بيبقى باور هاف؟ طب لو كان باور 3 يا عم الحاج يعني لو كانت كيوبيك روت. طب ولو كانت باور 4 مش عادي يعني احنا ده اللي هو الفراكشنال عندنا مالك يا محمود. So I have the square root which is a to the power of half. هو حاسس انا حاسس ان هو تعبان هو تعبان. انت ما نمتش يا ولا عشان ما نمتش الظهر صح؟ ما نمتش خالص؟ طيب ادي السكوير روت of a which is a to the power of half وبعدين what I should do in this part 27 يا عيال which is 27 اهي الباور بتاعها باور هاف يعني اصلا المساله كلها قاعده تحكي معايا عن باورز so I will break it as 27 to the power of all of power 4n plus 6. Who can tell me if you have inner power and outer power what you should do? I have to go for the multiplication between inner power and outer power. So what will happen? It will be 27 into the power. Half into the bracket. يلا half into the bracket. What it will be? جميل. طيب I'm still having a problem. What's your problem? So far this 27 it is not a simplified number. Are you able to understand that? يعني ال 27 ده يا عمر مش حاجه مش سمبليفايد كده يعني مش عدد ابن حلال ده تحس ان هو عدد ابن كلب يعني حاجه رخمه كده موجود. فهو 27 I have to reduce it. Who can tell me the 27 in its simplest form? How to write it? 3 to the power of 3 ممتاز. So I can continue this one. The 27 itself, I will write it as 3 to the power of 3, all power to n plus 3. طب again, I have inner and outer power. What should I do? قولوا لي اعمل ايه؟
3 times
اهو 3 وبعدين الانر ده اللي هو الانر باور مع الابتر باور دول بيتعمل لهم ملتبلاي. So it's 3 multiplied by 2n يديني 6n plus 9. By the end, what I did, this expression اللي كان معفن ده I converted لواحد معفن برضو بس it is less تعفين يعني انا يعني ألذ بكتير خالص اهو باور واحد بس مفيش روتس مفيش اي حاجه يعني بيتهيألي كده بقت لطيفه شويه ولا انت ايه رايك؟ والبيز اللي موجود عندك كمان برايم او يعني هو المينيمم بيز يعني ملوش ان هو يتكسر تاني خلاص this is the maximum. So I get the first part which is the root 27 to the power of 3n plus 6 يا محمود. I wrote it as 3 to the power of 6n plus 9. انتوا معايا يا شباب كده ولا لا؟ معايا يا حسن؟ طيب ده اللي هو الفيرست بارت. طيب دي كانت my first problem. Let's go to the next problem. What is the next problem؟ مين ال next problem يا عيال؟ اللي هي 9 دي صح؟ طيب تعالى let's deal with the 9 to the power of بتنجان اللي هم كاتبه ده Next question we have 9 والباور بتاعها 2n plus 8. الحقيقة ان it is not a big problem. Because the 9 I can write the 9 as 3 to the power of 2 مش كده يا عيال ولا ايه؟ So it's a 3 to the power of 2 all to the power of 2n plus 8. طيب what should I do؟ inner and outer what I have to do؟ 3 to the power of 4n plus 16. Am I clear on that؟ حد فاهم حاجة في اللي أنا عملته ده؟ بالله عليكم انتوا فاهمين أنا بعمل إيه؟ So I took it was a big problem. I break the problem into small parts. أنت معايا كده يا حلا؟ So we convert it into small problems يا فيصل. After we did it as small problems, we are able to deal with it as a small part and we clear it. يعني خلاص all the problem had been completed. طيب let's go back to the question. What the question is saying? Let's go here again. 3, I have to write the 3. This is my first one. Multiplied by this expression already I simplified and I found it as 3 to the power of cxn plus 9.
طب what about the denominator؟ the 1 خلاص cancelled. يعني هنا المultiply دي 1 multiplied anything خلاص it doesn't make any difference. 9 to the power of 2x plus 8 we simplified and we make it as 3. يعني 9 هنا we convert it into 3 and our power is 4n plus 16. This is all is equal to 3 to the power of x. Do you have any problem so far؟ الناس فاهمة كده احنا عملنا ايه؟ طيب now it becomes the question. It's still difficult question. Still يعني I'm still having something to do. But it's not as complicated as the first part. Am I right? طيب يلا let's go. What do we have to do if I have to make a multiply and I have to make a divide? What we should do here? For the numerator, for the up, I have to what? Add. For the down, I have to subtract. مش كده ده حالة؟ So what I have to do يا رحمة, it's 1 plus, ما هو ال 3 هنا كانت power 1. ما هو it is not written, but I know it's power كام؟ 1. وبعد كده plus 6n plus 9 minus كل اللي تحت بقى اللي هو 4n ده plus 16 اهو is equal to 3 power x اللي هي 3 power x دي قاعدة زي ما هي. طيب what is my next step? I need to simplify. يلا انا عايز اعمل simplify. طيب يلا يا جماعه نعمل السمبليفاي بتاعنا. طبعا ممكن واحد شاطر شويه 1 plus 6n plus 9 يعني كانها 6n plus 10 minus 4n وماينس 16 فيقوم يطلع عندك الفاينل انسر 3 وهنا هيطلع لنا 2x وبعدين 10 minus 16 equal كام؟ نيجاتيف 6. انتوا معايا يا شباب ولا لا؟ معايا يا حسن ولا مش معايا؟ So I get it at 3 to the power of 2x minus 6 is equal to 3 to the power of x. طيب now نعم 2n ماشي يبقى اللي احنا عملناه دلوقتي اهو I get it as 6n minus 4n اللي هي كانت طلعت 2n بعدين plus 10 وماينس 16 negative 6. طيب for now same base what it will give us same power so that means x is equal to n minus 6. So we get the relation. انا عارف والله العظيم يعني انا كل ما باجي ابص على النوع ده من الاسئله انا بقعد اسال نفسي كده لما ببص هم حاطين الاسئله دي في الامتحان يعني when they are bringing this exam عشان to the paper I was telling myself how's the student could think about it يعني what's the advice that I have to give it to you or any of you to be able to solve this type of question. Really it's a complicated one. يعني I remember today we were in the class and we did a question on the trick مش كده؟ It was a complex question which is most likely the homework that you have at the moment. Okay, which I gave it to you already on the Sunday that the people did not make it yet. صح؟ انتوا انا ما بعتوش؟ ما انا حاطه على انا يا اخويا حطيته ما انا عملت حسابي من الحركه اللطيفه دي قمت حاطه هنا وحطه هنا. Okay, so in general يعني it's there is like a homework related to the 3D, not the 3D, it was the sine and the cosine rule. And this question, it's a little bit complicated because it's multi-step. اللي أنا عملته, whatever what I gave it as the last time, Hisham, it was the first level, which is one direct question. Next time, يعني next Sunday, inshallah, we'll start on two-step question. يعني they will not be like one triangle. It will be more than one triangle or two complicated shapes together and you have to deal with it. So it will be a little bit more challenging. But you will not be able to deal with it unless if you are able to deal with the first level. طيب السؤال ده it was related to the طيب do you remember the surds يا عيال؟ do you remember how to deal with the surds؟ اخبار السيرتس معاكم ايه؟ عشان بس يبقى انا كده عملت coverage او full coverage على الالجبرا. Are you able to answer one question related to the third؟ هو انا اديت لكم حاجه للثird المره اللي فاتت في الامتحان؟ كان في حاجه third هنا؟ لا. طيب خلينا يعني I can we can go for any question related to the third. Please try to do it. And again, because we were talking about the combined stuff, okay, so for all of you, I can ask you to simplify. Okay, طبعا هنا simplify means without using calculator and they have to see the steps. معايا محمود? So it's simplify and I have this expression. Let me say that I can make it complicated or easy or medium. What do you like? Easy or complicated or? طب do you think the exam paper will be easy? You think about that. طيب I'll make one question easy. خلاص يعني هنا for example if I have 3 plus root 2 all of power 2 يعني this is one of the question. It's 2 1 over root أو خلينا نقولها لا root 5 مثلا minus 3. Okay, then these are like يعني two questions. It simplify or change the expression into the from the thirds. يعني هنا بس we are doing like a revision on the thirds. بعدين I can give you a little bit complicated question like a plus root b all of power 2 minus 1 over 2 plus root a. Sorry. Simplify. طبعا بقالك شهر انت في الامتحانات فالماث حاسس ان هو خناق دلوقتي صح؟ حاسس ان هو حاجه قرف بقى. لازم اقعد معاك انت وحسن لان حسن كمان بتقلل الالجبرا عنده بعافيه شويه وفيصل. انتوا الثلاثه لازم اقعد معاك والبت دي. انتوا الاربعه لازم اقعد يعني لازم الاقي لكم حل يعني يا اما كده يا اما انتوا. فيصل مش عارف انت اخبارك ايه يا فيصل؟ ماشي الحال؟ حسن الكلام ده اخباره ايه معاك يا حسن؟ اللي انا كنت قاعد اعمله النهارده ده حاسس ان هو ايه صعب ولا سهل ده ولا ايه؟ انا عارف انت شكلك فاصل اصلا يعني انت كده انت بقالك شهر تحديدا كده شهر كامل صح؟ بقالك كده شهر امتحان مفيش بقى. فعلى ما تعمل ريتيرن باك كده انت قدامك شويه انت قدامك حركه اسبوعين على الاقل. يا لهوي واحنا داخلين في اسبوعين ايه قرف السنين بقى. يعني احنا عندنا الحصه الجايه اصلا خناقه بتاعت ال 3 دايمنشن والبتاع دوت والساين والكوساين بتاعت يوم الاحد الجاي. ساين رول.
لا لا دي سهلة شبه سهلة.
سوكا مش سوكا توا ولا الثانيه
عارف سهل وسهل.
والاريا والحاجات دي. انت كنت حضرت معايا حته منهم يا واد يا تاني بصراحه. هنشوف يعني لازم نشوف لها صرف ان شاء الله. طيب did you answer the question؟ انا بتكلم على question 1 و 2 اللي هم السهلين. Do you have a problem with question 1 and 2؟ Do any problem there is any problem with question 1 and 2؟ ما هو لو 1 و 2 فيها مشكله تبقى مصيبه. يعني مش مشكله 1 و 2 ديت يعني احنا بنقول الحاجات دي. ازيك يا ملك؟ والله بجد يعني بجد احنا يعني مش عارف من غيرك. احنا افتقدناك يا ملك الحقيقه الفتره اللي فاتت. طيب 3 plus root 2 all part نعمل فيها ايه؟ يعني نعمل ايه في البتاع دي؟ طبعا ولا واحده يا ملك ولا واحده. 3 plus root 2 all part who can help me يا جماعه to answer the question؟ what I should do in the first space square of the first square of the second first multiplied by second multiplied by 2 صح كده؟ مش هو ده اللي احنا بنتكلم عنه؟ square of the first square of the second first times second times 2 مش كده حلو؟ يبقى انا عندي هنا 3 to the power of 2 will give me 9 root 2 power 2 will give me 2 مش كده؟ وبعدين first times second times 2 انت معايا كده الفيرست مع السكند مع ال 2 3 root 2 times 2 will give me 6 root 2. Let's simplify it. It will give me 11 plus 6 root 2. Do we have a problem with this part? أبو علي Sham, is it okay? طيب for the next question what we should do? ردوا عليا والنبي حد يرد المفروض ان انا اعمل ايه؟ times root 5 plus 3 over ليه؟ why do we have to do this? It's the first like the first, second like the second, 1 plus والتاني minus. So what should happen? First squared minus second squared. انتوا معايا ولا لا يا جماعة؟ So let's go for this question. Root 5 minus 3 into root 5 plus 3. So what will be the answer? It's 5 minus 9. انتوا معايا انتوا صح كده ولا انا غلطان؟ First like the first والsecond like second واحدة plus والتانية minus. So square of the first minus square of the 9 of the second. يبقى هنا 5 minus 9. طيب up 2 into the bracket root 5 plus 3. So root 5 plus 3 وهناك ادي 2 اهو. فانت هتعمل هنا simplify. طيب who can tell me what will be the answer? 2 into the bracket what will happen? خلاص no keep it as 2 into root 5 plus 3 over negative 4. You can simplify this will give you negative 2 down. يعني I can keep the negative up and this is 2 and this will be root 5 plus 3 or you can يعني you can keep it in this way, you can يعني you can change the file, I don't care. What is my main goal for this question? It's to remember how to deal with the فاكرين ده يا عيال اللي هو احنا بنسميه مين ده؟ What we call it the conjugate يعني اللي هو the same expression but we have to change the sign. انتوا فاكرين يا جماعه الكلام اللي انا قاعد اتكلم فيه ده فاكرينه ولا ايه؟ طب اللي انا بعمله ده كويس ولا حاجه زباله؟ ضيعت وقت انا النهارده صح؟ حاجه وحشه اللي احنا بنعملها النهارده دي ولا كويس يعني ان احنا بنراجع شويه؟ طيب يعني هنا انا بس بحاول simplify it's 3 plus root 2 all apart وخلاص we are able to get the expression how to make the expense. عادي مفيش مشكله ولو عملت كده برضو عادي يا احمد يا محمد عادي ما فيهاش مشكله. طيب let's go if these are the easy question يعني دول اللي هم الايزي ideas I have a bracket to the power of 2 I have يا حسن حاجه اللي هي فيها الثيرد في الدينومينيتور ده فالمفترض ان انت بتخلص منها بالكونجكيت. طب لو كانت 1 over root 3 بس كنا بنعمل ايه؟ يعني في كده لو كانت 1 over root 3 what should I do؟ مش يا جدعان احنا الكلام ده احنا عملناه يعني قسما بالله احنا ده انا فاكر مسألة كنت عاملها لكم في الامتحان اللي فات او في الكويز اللي فات. فاكرين مين اللي يفتكر معايا كان المسألة دي كنت انا مديها لكم قبل كده كان 1 over root a to the power of 10 او باور 11 مش فاكر او مش كانت 10 ولا 11 انا فاكرها لا محمود فاكر المسألة دي لما كان باور 11 كنا احنا بنعملها ازاي 1 over root a صح to the power 10 بعدين multiplied by 1 over root a صح؟ لما كانت 1 over root a to the power of 10 قامت مخليها لك 1 over a power 5 على اساس ان احنا عندنا الروت we have to divide or to half the power يعني صح كده؟ وبعدين ال other part اللي هي كانت 1 over root a هنا دي كده يا حلا I have to multiply by root a over root a اهو and what happened on the denominator these together it comes as a multiplied by a power 5 this will give me a power 6 and in the denominator it was root a يعني final answer in this question it was root a over a to the power of 6. انا فاكر المساله دي قعدت شرحتها لكم فتره طويله فهمت يعني لما كانت 1 over root a all power 11 we just took the power 11 and we convert it يعني we make it like two parts 10 to the power of 10 in a part and to power of 1 in another part. لما كانت power 10 هو من الفيتشرز اللي موجوده عند السكوير روت that you can divide the power into two parts يعني you can divide the power by 2. So 1 over root a to the power of 10 gives me 1 over a to the power of 5. The other problem it was 1 of the root a يعني watch the remaining part and you get rid of it by multiplying by root a over root a up and down. وفاكر انه كانت في حد ذكي مش فاكر كان مين يا ربي اللي عمل الحركه دي بس كان في there is like intelligent student he did it like it was 1 over root a all power 11 so what he did it was like that so let's imagine that there is a student good student he did the answer he make it by this way he said I will multiply internally by root a over root a all power 11 this will not be affected do you know why root a it means that Hasham I multiplied only by what by 1 there is no issue on that right معايا so what he get up as root a down as a all power 11 after that what happened root a to the power of 11 he make it root a to the power of 10 as usual then another one root a divided by a to the power of 11 طيب after that what he did root a power 10 came at a root a power 5 root a divided a power 11 and this gives me the answer as root a over a power 6 مش عارف بقى which one was easier يعني انا بتهيألي يمكن الاولى اللي احنا عملناها كانت اسهل. طيب in general I don't care يعني what you have to do الالجبرا دايما it's skills and your skills is mandatory to deal with the algebra يعني it's something that you should be aware of. طيب let's try to deal with this question which is يعني I don't know if you are able to do it or not. If I have a plus root b all power 2 what will be the answer يا عيال؟ who can tell me what will be the answer؟ it's a squared right؟ حد يرد عليا والنبي a squared plus b ما هو الاولاني سكوير والتاني سكوير وبعدين first times second times 2 فهيكون هنا plus 2a root b minus this is the expansion of the first part. That's it. Now there is nothing else that I can do. In the other part, I can deal with it as it's 1 over a plus root b. But you have to multiply by a minus root b up and a minus root b down. Am I right? مش كده يا أحمد? So I left this one. So it's a squared plus b plus 2a root b minus in the other side it will be a squared minus b. مش كده ولا ايه؟ a squared minus b over a minus root b. حاجه بالمنظر ده. انا طبعا المساله يعني to be continued يعني هنا I have to make like a common denominator والدنيا هتبقى فيها يعني شويه مهرجانات. انا بتهيألي ممكن ان احنا نحلها بطريقه تانية احلى من كده. الايه؟ هتعمل لا يعني هتعمل دوت هنا كده مش يعني هتعمل له multiply up and down. بس هو in general it will be like a complicated question. It is just question like we are getting by imagination يعني. هو بس النوع ده من الأسئلة إنه you have to deal or you have to be able to deal with the expression as on simples. معايا يا عمر؟ طيب what I did I'm trying to revise the main parts of the syllabus. طيب this is a question like the powers and factorization. Do you have a problem with the factorization يعني؟ يعني we did already solving equation, factorizing thirds and indices. طيب one more part to be revised. يعني هنا واحد كمان. I will show you the question which comes this year. خلاص this year. There is a question came on the sequence. I need you to see the question. يعني just have a look. شوفوا السؤال ده يا شباب كده. It's one of the question. This is the paper of last week. Paper 1H 2023. Okay. Here. The question is stating the following. خدوا بالكم عشان this is it's a question related to the. Do you remember about the sequence ولا لا أصلا؟ فاكرين السيكونس؟ Do you remember the sequence؟ حد فاكر السيكونس يا جماعة؟ طيب. Listen. The situation for all of you again. يعني if I decided to make it like a revision class today as algebra revision, there is a class on Saturday as a geometry revision. خلاص؟ maximize the hail 12 o'clock. In general it will be recorded. خلاص يعني it's fine. يعني حتى for this recorded algebra I will share it with them so I don't have to repeat it there for the hail branch. طيب for the series or for the sequence there is a basic information regarding to the sequence. يعني just I need to revise the sequence area. Sequences. Do you remember the sequence يا عيال؟ هو كان انت خدتها يا حسن قبل كده السيكونس؟ طب فاكر منها حاجه فيصل؟ انت ما كنتش حاضر معانا صح؟ بس I think you know about it, the sequence, right? طيب they were like two formulas for the sequence. Who can remind me by the two formulas يا عيال؟ It's the nth term, right? اللي هو the nth term nth term which is a plus n minus 1 into d. صح كده؟ ده اللي هو nth term. nth term formula or اللي هو general term or un or whatever the name. والnext part الnext rule اللي هو كان بتاعت sum of nth term. فاكرين الحكايه دي sum of nth term. Do you remember how to make the sum of nth term? n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. or يعني the other rule it was n over 2 into a plus l على اساس ان last term كان هو a plus n minus 1 في d. طيب the heaviest question, okay, the sequence, okay, it contains two parts. One part we call it. هشام انت مش مركز ليه؟ Why you are not concentrated with us today? Do you think this is useless يعني or it's okay يعني it should happen every month. We have like should be like one full class as a revision because always you should be like everything
all together يعني next month إن شاء الله we should start doing like full paper exam. So once we will finish the geometry, because the remaining it will be graph, function, and the statistics. These are the three remaining parts. طيب, do you remember يا شباب? It's يعني for example, I will give you example, simple example first because I don't need you to go into a difficult question and to do it. يلا, I have to question هنا. يلا, if I said this sequence 5 7 5 7 9 and so on. Okay, so please find. First question, first part, find nth term, nth term. Second, find اللي هو ما انا كتبت find من بدري. So find t 30. Third مثلا اللي هي كان بيقول لي is 602 a term in the sequence, a term of the sequence. Okay, so this is my third question. يبقى هنا nth term T30 is 602, a term of the sequence. 579 nth term. وبعد كده بيجي لك سؤال تاني ويقول لك find the sum, find S50 مثلا. اوكي, مثلا ده اللي هو السم بتاعتها. نعم. مين؟ لا, عايز انا السم بتاعت ال 50 terms. وكان السؤال الخامس اللي احنا يعني كنا ساعات بيكون struggling عليه اللي هو find the sum from 30th term to 50th term. Okay, these are the basic question regarding to the sequence. It's so basic question. ده اللي هو يعني المين question regarding to the sequence اللي هي level 1 question on the sequence. يا فارس يا حبيبي سيب المايك ده دلوقتي, خليك معايا يا فيصل. يلا شباب كده try to answer this question. طيب let's go ال 5 7 9. So who get the nth term يا شباب؟ يلا who can remind me what is the nth term؟ فاكر يا حسن ال nth term 2n plus 3 صح؟ يعني it's the nth term. I have to go هنا يا عيال for what's the value of a is equal to 5 وبعد كده هناك n minus 1 اهو multiplied by دي اللي هي كانت عباره عن 2 فهو يبقى 2n minus 2 مع ال 5 هيبقى 2n plus يعني هنا هيبقى 2n بلس ده minus 2 بلس 5 اللي هو هيطلع لنا بلس كام؟ بلس 3 صح كده؟ فيبقى كده الانث ترم عندك اللي هو كانت 2n بلس 3. طيب عايز بعد كده ان هو بيقول لي ايه find t30. So how to find the t30? I have to replace n by كام يا حلا؟ by 30 صح؟ So it's 2 into 30 plus 3 and this will give me 63. طيب the next question is 602 a term؟ انا ما اعرفش. Is it a term or not? How to identify is it a term or not? I have to equate it with the 2n plus 3 صح. يبقى هنا 2n plus 3 I have to equate it مع ال 602 minus 3 minus 3 so 2n equal 599 599 if I have to make it divide by 2 هنا ال n هتبقى 299.5 which is doesn't belong to z positive so it is not a term. يبقى كده على طول it is not a term. طب ايه اللي خلانا ان احنا نقول ان هو it is not a term because as we said before it's not a term because the n should be like only a positive integer. طيب how to find the sum of 50 terms؟ يلا ازاي ان احنا نطلع sum of 50 terms؟ the same story I can find out the sum of the 50 terms مش كده يعني اعمل فيها ايه بقى الحكايه دي عشان اطلع السم بتاعت ال 50 terms؟ قول ها. لا انا بتكلم على الاس 50. محمد بيعمل بالطريقه دي على طول it's good يعني what he's doing he's saying to himself I will find the last term which is the 50th term يا احمد. اوكي يعني هو هنا we are talking about the sum of the 50 terms so what he did he's talking about that the term number 50 which is T50 اوكي هو بيkeep it يعني he's trying to find out the T50 يعني هو هنا كده he's trying to get the T number 50 so once he get the T number 50 so what we are saying he can apply it normally يعني he can get the 50th term بعدين after he will get the 50th term he will start to answer the question as to find the sum of the 50 terms. طيب for us to did not make it complicated يعني you can apply the second rule اللي هي الرول البسيطة اللي ظريفة خالص دي. What we have A we have N we have D everything is there so you can say for S50 it will be 50 over 2 am I right؟ بعد كده 2A يعني هي 2 multiplied by 5 plus N minus 1 اللي هي كانت ال 50 minus 1 into D اللي هي بتساوي 2 صح كده؟ So what's the answer in this case؟ 2700. So you can easily find out أو زي ما محمد عمل يعني he did that he found out the fifth term مش كده؟ وبعدين he start to work on this one. طيب the last question or V question the V question they are asking for the sum of the sum from the 30th term to the 50th term. أنا قلت لكم قبل كده it's if I have to start from 30th term to 50th term. So what I have to do, I can get for S50 minus S كام 29. ليه بقى 29? Because I have to start from the term number كام يا واد يا محمود؟ From the term number كام 30. طب it's another trick. There is a trick in the question. I can ask you in the same question, find the sum between the 30th term and the 50th term. In this case, what you have to do? لو أنا قلت لك between. لا. If I said between 30 and the 50th term. لا. Sum 49 minus sum 30. بص تاني كده أهو. If I said يعني for example I just use your brain. If I will ask you find the sum. I'll find the sum. معايا from لا مش from between the sum between sum between ال 30th term and 50th term. ده معناه ايه يا محمد؟ ان انا I have to start from the first 31st term plus all until I will get the 49th term. Am I right يا عيال؟ Are you able to understand what I'm saying؟ يعني ان انا بدات من عند الترم رقم 31 till the term number 49. In this case, if I have to ask you to find for me these terms, you have to wait يا محمد. You can identify what is the 31st term and what is the last. So you have A and you have D. And the N in this case, who can tell me how many terms from the 31 to the 49th? From 31 to the 39. Who can tell me how many terms they are? من ال 31 لغايه ال 49. Always if I will ask this question, make the subtract and add 1. يعني make the subtract which gives you 18 plus 1 يبقى 19. Okay, this is if I'm using like to subtract and add 1 يا حلا. Because if I said, for example, I have to start from the 5th year to the 10th year. If I have to start from the 5th to the 10th, يعني هنا ده ال 5th وده ال 10th خلاص. If I have to start from the 5th to the 10th, I have to go for the 10 years minus the first 4 years. يعني I have to go for 6 terms. Okay, 6 terms, which is the different plus 1. طيب. In general, يعني just we are talking about idea. All what we are discussing in this question, يعني دايما خدوا بالكم, and this is the big problem. What is Edexcel is doing, they are make it يعني really it's weird. This is the basic. This is what you should know about the sequence, which is the basic information regarding to the sequence. I know we did many questions regarding to the sequence. You can go through the marking scheme or you can check whatever what we did before. But look to the type of the question that they are bringing to the exam. خلاص, have a look to the question بقى معلش. هو بس ادوني 5 minutes, we will answer this question, I will close the session. The first term of an arithmetic series is 2t plus 1. So he gives me the first term as 2t plus 1. So I have to translate it best. A is equal to t plus 1. This is my first thing. And t is greater than 1, greater than 0. شكرا. يعني t is greater than 0, it is not 0. يعني you cannot replace the t with t. The nth term of this arithmetic series is 14t minus 5. يعني tn اللي هو nth term اللي هي الفورمولا اللي هي النورمال يعني او اللي هو الجنرال فورم هو عباره عن 14t minus 5. ده اللي هو الnth term. طيب ومديني كمان ده الكومن ديفرنس اللي هي دي عباره عن 3. I'm just collecting the information from the question يا حسن. طيب what happened؟ بيقول لي هنا that the sum of the first n terms of the series can be written on this form. يعني he's saying that Sn can be written on the form P into Qt minus 1 to the power of R, where P, Q, R are integers. Find the value of the P, the value of Q, and the value of R. Show your work clearly. In fact, it's for me it's the first time to I will answer the question to the first time, but in general what I'm saying when I have to look into this question I will ask myself what's the relation between the sequence and between what is given to me. يعني فعليا بجد والله it's something so weird. يعني انا مش قادر افهم يا حلا هم بيعملوا كده ليه. انا مش عارف هم بيعملوا كده ليه. يعني ليه يجيبوا سؤال زي ده في الامتحان يعني. Okay, we give it to some people in AS level and they are not able to do it. العالم دي there is like it's to make you train on that. I'm giving you a new idea in the exam. يعني for the exam that I will share it with you on the Sunday يا شباب. For the people who will do it in the class, it's okay. For the one who will not do it on the class, I will share it with you. It will be Sunday or Monday. يعني. What you should do, I will keep, there are like 2 questions there, or 1 question or 2, I don't remember, but it will be like new idea for you. يعني something that you didn't see it before. And I need to know how your brain will work on doing this question, which is suddenly happen. Because you have to practice or that, you have to train on that from now. Because if this is the type of the final exam question, you have to be careful. انا هسيب لكم السؤال دوت تفكروا فيه. يعني I will keep it for you to think about it because I know the session is over. And inshallah on on Saturday, if you are available in the morning to attend the class online in the Hale branch, it's fine. If not, I will make a revision for the numbers there and I will share it with you. خلاص? The revision for the number, it will not be more than 1 hour, so it will not be a difficult part. يعني the difficult part, it's this part, and I will answer this question there as well. خلاص? So we don't يعني waste time.